Hello and welcome to another edition of Commando Gaming. We're going to continue our series on RogueTech. I'm going to try to give you about an hour and a half of gameplay today. I tried to get in a couple missions, so I've actually teed up a mission right now. We're going to ambush a convoy and see if we can get some good salvage. I actually um, maximized this because I thought usually when there's a repossession mission, it's a pretty straightforward set battle um, where we go after some vehicles and some mechs. But this is actually a convoy mission. If I'd known that, I probably would have taken more money instead of salvage, but it is what it is. I probably also would have changed the makeup on my lance a little bit because my I know this map too. I don't like this map. If I remember correctly, this is not a very friendly map for this ambush. I'm not a big fan of convoy mission, ambushing convoy missions in general because it puts you in a situation where you have to make a decision where you have to basically prioritize taking out the convoy instead of necessarily fighting the battle the way you'd like it to be. You know what I mean by that is you have to be very aggressive about taking out the vehicles in the convoy, and you have to attack those vehicles instead of perhaps attacking the escorts, and you end up taking a lot of unnecessary damage, in my opinion. So we got a wasp. So what we need to do again here is I need to keep pushing up aggressively to get into a position where I can stop these vehicles. And I'm going to have to, almost certainly, I'm going to have to take some significant damage while I work on taking out these vehicles. I mean, it is what it is as part of a convoy mission. So I actually can't get in range with this ghost to attack the convoy in a material way. So we're just going to do some damage to this wasp. Oh, nice. Very nice. Some good hits there. So just kind of push everybody up. Horrible hit percentages here. As you can see, didn't even get a hit in. A little disappointing. Another hard thing about the convoy missions is you're not just fighting the convoy, right? We're also fighting the escorts. We're actually fighting the convoy, who generally speaking has some firepower of its own. Hold on one second. Sorry about that. The dogs wanted to put in some commentary in the video. So as you could see, one of our targets has already gone down this road, which puts me in a very rough spot because then I have to like basically chase this vehicle, which does what? It exposes my mech completely to attack, which is very frustrating. And it didn't even do enough. So my ghost is going to basically have to chase this thing down this road. Because if one vehicle gets away, you lose the mission. So this is why, generally speaking, I don't like to do convoy attack missions. Here, I can get another strike in. All right, good. So at least the vehicle didn't get down into that valley. But now my ghost is going to pay the price because we're getting shot in the back. Now we got this Shadowhawk here. We got a Irby. But I kind of have to focus my fire on this striker because I got to get rid of this striker. See, my ghost is being torn up. It's a rough situation. All right, fortunately, they're dividing their fire. There's no good answers here. So Omega is going to actually do physical attack on this striker. Of course, he misses. Thanks, Omega. Not really what I was looking for there. All right, so my other ghost is going to have to do a physical attack. Not enough. Hmm. Well, the Shadowhawk's going to get some shots in. Luckily, that Shadowhawk doesn't look like it has heavy armory, heavy firepower, I should say. But again, we need to kind of keep. We have to keep ignoring our more important targets so we can keep attacking these vehicles, which means we're going to keep taking damage from these escorts. There's no real way to avoid it, so we basically have to just keep doing physical attacks. Okay, now we got an injury. Not the best situation. All right, we got one more vehicle left. And then we can start working on these members of this convoy. So we're gonna flip the script a little here because I have a great opportunity to get some strong shots into the back of this Shadowhawk here. Kind of had to take that shot. Wow, these goblins have got a lot of armor. Okay. Oof. I knew at some point that Irby was going to get in some shots. Just happened to be on the worst vehicle. I think we need to focus on finishing off this last escorted vehicle. Man, they're so over armored. Oh, great. Not good. So what I need to do now, unfortunately, need to bring the big gun in here. He's really overheating. Didn't even destroy him yet. Wow, that goblin's got a lot of armor. So we need to like literally just keep. I've got to chase this goblin down this valley. The Shadowhawk's probably going to keep. Uh, Mega's in a bad spot here. All right, so at least the convoy is destroyed now. Now what I need to do is I need to do everything I can to hopefully take out these escorts before they take out Omega, because Omega is in a bad place. All right, there goes the Shadowhawk. That helps a lot. All right, so then Omega, what I need to actually do is get him someplace where he can cool off and gather himself. We'll probably do a vigilance here on Omega. Last thing I want to do is lose a mech. We're going to swing this ghost around and start working on this Herbie. And we'll do the same thing with our Centurion here. Oof. Right, we're right back to Deadeye. Deadeye's job is going to continue to be to just hammer this Irby. Right, the flea looks like he's going to come down. Try to help his ghost out, but the reality is he's in a tough spot. So, right, so Omega's heat is down to a tolerable level. He's got all of his weapons, and most of the damage came from being shot from behind. So theoretically, I should be able to use Omega to work on this flea. I mean, we're talking about a flea here. It's not a situation where he's up against a significant mech. That was a good hit. Keep working on this Irby here. Trying to make him pay. All right, we'll just. All right, we knocked him down. That was good. Ooh, is he going to eject? Ooh, I thought for sure he would eject there. I mean, he's in a can't win situation, especially since he lost his cannons at this point. All right, there goes the Irby. And now we just have this flea to take care of. All right, there goes the flea. All right, so we got a fair amount of damage out of that mission. Not too happy about that, but at the same time, it was a successful mission. We got a decent amount of money. Our ghost is definitely going to have to get some work done, but it didn't have any structural issues, I hope. Well, it looks like SRM ammo got destroyed. Not horrible in that situation, I guess. Hopefully we got something worthwhile out of this. So we got the Shadowhawk part. That's kind of tempting. I didn't see any pulse weapons here. Engine core. Bunch of heat sinks. Not a lot of can't miss stuff here, to be honest with you. Maybe the AC5. Got some medium lasers. All right, we're definitely going to take the Shadowhawk part. I feel like I take the Irby part too. That engine core doesn't really help me. It's so marginal. I'll take the AC5. And we got some miscellaneous stuff. Not too horrible. All right, so we're taking a while to get back to the Argo. All right, I'm going to say no to Yang because I want to go in and do the repairs myself. Because one of the things I noticed when I have Yang do the repairs, sometimes they miss critical things. Like if it's just armor, then obviously Yang does a good job. Okay. So in this case, it's just maximizing the armor. And I'm happy with that. 2 days of repairs. All right, so this is our ghost that got hammered pretty good. Okay, so we're in repair. So we lost SRM ammo, dead fire. Okay, so we need just some SRM ammo. That's not too bad. So I got a half a ton of SRM ammo. That gives me So we're going to max out the ammo, the repairs. It's going to take 30,000, 5 days. Now it looks like catch everything else didn't get any damage. So no damage, no damage. Okay, so just those two vehicles need to be repaired. Not too bad, all things considered. I've got enough, certainly enough vehicles that we can take on another mission. So let's take a look at that. See what we have available. All right, so this is interesting. This is the first battle I've had where I'm actually going to fight against Comstar. It's very interesting because Comstar has the best tech in the inner sphere, theoretically. So it's a 1.5 skull mission. I'm going to maximize the salvage simply because I do expect to get some good salvage out of this. So what we're going to do is we're going to go with a all ghost team. Yeah, we'll go with all ghosts. And I need to put my other team out there. Now the tricky part is Omega, I think, is going to be out for a while because he got 2 injuries. So that puts a big crimp in my rotation, right? Because I'm not going to be able to just mission, let that team rest, do another mission. Now I'm going to be shorthanded on a pilot. So that's where it becomes, that injury becomes pretty significant. All right, so this is going to be interesting. This is the first time, again, that I've fought Comstar. Now, I've fought the clans before, and they were always very much more powerful than their tonnage. So a light clan mech would give a medium clan mech all it could handle, right? Because it has superior technology and weapons. So I'm wondering where we're going to stand against Comstar. Comstar should be pretty significant as far as their technology. But then again, I've kind of maximized the technology of my lances so far. You know, generally speaking, a ghosts are fairly advanced, right? We've got good stealth, we have good sensors. I've tried to put pretty effective weapons on these ghosts for their tonnage. So our scout is going to go ahead and, even though I'm running ghosts, all these ghosts are not exact at all the same. I've got a couple ghosts here that are pretty much the heavy hitters. They've had their technology. I mean, their technology is still fairly significant, but it's not as good as my scout ghost, which is got void technology. So I got to kind of remember which pilot is in which ghost. So I got to scout the fortress. It doesn't say I need to necessarily attack the defenders of the fortress. So when I've seen this before, usually it means that we're going to start attacking the fortress and then some reinforcements are going to come and attack me. Which puts me in a spot where do I back off and stop attacking the fortress? Or am I aggressive on taking away the fortress's weapons and then I turn and attack the reinforcements? Usually that's what I do, simply because you don't want to attack the reinforcements and then have turrets shooting you in the back. That's usually not a good way to go. So, right, there's almost certain there's some turrets there. Watch for reinforcements. And I actually want reinforcements to come because I maxed out my salvage here, hoping that Comstar mechs are going to have some pretty good weapons and technology. So I'm going to be disappointed if we don't get reinforcements. So we're going to keep moving everybody up. So things are looking pretty straightforward here. I'm sure any second now we're going to have some turrets that I need to take out and or reinforcements, probably and or. That's going to make this mission a little more complicated. Huh. I'm not seeing any defenses. Okay. So we're definitely going to be in a situation where we're going to capture this thing. Can probably go in both directions here just to capture it as quickly as possible. Now that I know there's no turrets, we got to sprint in here. As soon as I capture this, reinforcements are going to come. So I need to get my lance gathered as close together as I can, because I think Comstar is going to be aggressive about defending this thing. It's always you get one mission in 1,000 where there's literally no fighting. I'm going to kind of position my lance around the fortress here. Okay, reinforcements are coming. Do we know which direction? Darius, you said you saw reinforcements. Could you tell me where they're coming from? Apparently not. All right, we got a flea coming in. Not really the most exciting opponent. All right, so we got an Irby. Literally just came out of nowhere. Darn, I wish I'd seen that Irby. Oh well. Oh, and a vehicle. Still not the type of competition I was hoping to get here. Not the best results for that matter. We've kind of committed to taking this vehicle out, so should probably try to do that. Horrible hit percentages there. I wonder why. Wonder if that vehicle has some sort of really intense stealth technology. See that? Like the hit chances on this thing are horrible. We're just gonna get in as close as we can and shoot, and then what we're probably gonna have to do is go in with a physical attack. Uh, what we got here? We got a just a vehicle. All right, so I need to start working on this Irby here, especially with those kind of hit percentages. Nice. Same thing here. Oh man, there's got to be some sort of technology on that vehicle because it's like everything can't hit the darn thing. Let's go in with a physical attack here. Good. we can do a rear shot on this Herb E. Or a side shot, I should say. There goes the Irby. Now we need to work on this flea. All right, flea's got knocked down. Oh, nice. All right, so what we're gonna do here is we're gonna do a vigilance so he can cool down. We'll see what this vehicle does. He's gonna attack the ghost in the rear. All right, the flea's up. Keep working on this flea. All right, there goes the flea. Stomp this vehicle. All right. Kind of disappointed. I thought there would be some better salvage here. But it was a pretty straightforward mission. We didn't get too much damage. Certainly damage that Yang can handle for us. All in all, good mission. So we got a decent payment. Only some armor damage on 2 mechs. Vehicle flamer. Ooh. Alright, a beagle probe. That's not bad salvage. 145 engine core. Doesn't really help me. I'm trying to upgrade my mechs, right? So that really doesn't help me. Tag isn't a bad thing. I gotta take the urban mech, and I'll take the tag. And I ended up getting, it's not it's a decent amount of salvage for the mission. And I think 2 mechs need like a day of repair. So, all things considered, not too shabby. 1 day of repairs. I'll let Yang handle that. There was no but I will manage the tasks here. See, they pushed. All right, so we got some repairs to do, and more importantly, all my mech warriors are fatigued. So, okay. Whoa, stop. Kind of went crazy there. So Omega's out for 28 days. So let's go by the barracks. Okay, we got some upgrades to do. All right, so we got some okay. So we got in some gameplay here. So what we're going to actually do is take this video and come to an end, and we will continue in the next edition of RogueTech shortly.